In the echoing throne room of the Xerixian Empire, the air crackled with fury. Queen Zathara, a towering figure of chitin and rage, let out a roar that shook the very foundations of her palace. Her battle armor, a masterpiece of alien engineering, sparked and sputtered, its energy lines flickering like dying stars. Before her stood the massed ranks of her soldiers, their weapons held ready, their multifaceted eyes fixed on their wounded, furious queen. Her gaze, glowing with incandescent anger, swept over her own engineers who cowered in fear. Then her eyes landed on the source of the commotion. A lone human, clad in a grease-stained mechanic's jumpsuit, stepped forward. The contrast was almost comical, the small, soft-skinned creature standing before the colossal, armored monarch. Alien warriors bristled, their claws tightening on their energy rifles, but the human seemed unfazed. He held a simple multi-tool, a relic from Earth, looking utterly out of place amidst the advanced alien technology. "Who are you to touch my royal armor?" The queen's voice thundered, a low growl that promised swift death. The human didn't flinch. Instead, he wiped a smear of black grease from his hands and met her blazing stare. He calmly held up a small, blackened component, its crystalline structure fractured beyond repair. Using a small holographic projector from his belt, he cast a shimmering blueprint of her armor into the air. He began to speak, his voice steady, explaining the intricate workings of her own technology with a clarity that stunned the court. He pointed to a series of scorch marks deep within the armor's power conduit, marks her own engineers had missed. His fingers danced across the hologram, highlighting a critical flaw, not from battle damage but from sabotage. A wave of shock rippled through the throne room. Sabotage? The queen's rage, once a wildfire, now focused into a laser of cold fury. Her generals began whispering furiously amongst themselves. She leaned in close, inspecting the human as if he were a strange new specimen. He continued his explanation, pulling out a tiny tracking device he had discovered hidden within a power cell. The queen let out another roar, this one filled not just with anger, but with the chilling realization of betrayal. Without waiting for permission, the human turned to the armor, which lay open on a repair table. Her guards tensed, ready to strike, but the queen gave a subtle gesture to wait. She watched, her initial fury giving way to a grudging fascination as the human worked. His hands moved with a speed and precision that surpassed any of her own technicians. He modified their alien tools, making them more efficient. He replaced the sabotaged crystal, reconnected delicate energy conduits, and recalibrated the power flow with an expertise that was simply impossible. Sparks flew, but his movements were confident, economical, and flawless. Finally, he stepped back. With a soft hum, the armor came to life. The energy lines no longer sputtered. They pulsed with a brilliant, steady light, brighter and stronger than ever before. Queen Zathara slowly approached, tapping the chest plate. The resonant hum spoke of perfect integrity. She took a powered step, then another. The suit felt better, more responsive, more powerful. The human explained he not only repaired the damage, but also corrected several design weaknesses and installed a new failsafe to prevent another overload. He showed her before and after holograms, the evidence of his masterful work undeniable. The queen turned to her cowering engineers, her expression a mask of fury and embarrassment. Then she looked back at the human. She stalked over to a massive metal support pillar and with a guttural cry punched it. The pillar cracked, groaning under the force of the blow. The throne room fell silent. She turned, whispering in disbelief, "You did this?" The human simply nodded, a small, confident smile on his face. The queen stared at him for a long moment, her pride warring with a newfound respect. Then she declared, "Guards, stand down." She extended a massive clawed hand. After a moment's hesitation, the human shook it. The court erupted in shocked protests, but the queen's voice cut through the noise. "This human has saved my life and exposed a traitor in our midst. From this day forward, he is the royal mechanic of the Xerixian Empire." She turned, her armor gleaming, and for the first time, a faint smile touched her lips as the small human mechanic walked proudly by her side. A human had saved the queen, and in doing so, had just changed the fate of two species. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.